I like this is good, right? This is okay. Here we go. I'm gonna do one of these. There we go. Okay. Reading from my phone, old school. Adventures in the Summit by Greg Schroeder. When the Houston Rockets moved from San Diego to Houston in 1971, my dad's company bought season tickets. The team spent 4 years bouncing around between Hofheinz Pavilion and the Astrodome, and then, in 1975, the Rockets opened up their new home at the Summit. We had 6 seats located in section 107, row F, seats 11 through 16. Our seats were 6 rows up, which put them at eye level with the basket, and they were directly across from the visitors' bench. I was 16, had a car and a driver's license, and me and my whole group of friends played high school basketball. We drove in from Baytown for about 20 games a year. Back in those days, security was lax, and that's putting it mildly. If you got there early enough and you had a big camera, you could walk right down to the floor and sit behind the basket with all the real photographers from the Houston Chronicle and the Houston Post. So that's what I did a lot of the time, including during the 1976 Eastern Conference Finals, which were against Julius Erving's Philadelphia 76ers. There I was, a skinny 17-year-old goofball with a giant camera sitting on the floor right underneath the basket that Dr. J, Rudy T, Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, Daryl Dawkins, and a host of other all-stars were playing the best basketball I had ever seen. I took some incredible pictures, but what I really wanted to do was shake Dr. J's hand. When his team came back after halftime, Dr. J sat down in a chair about 15 feet from where I was. Here's my chance. I walked over behind the chair he was sitting in, and I said, Dr. J! Dr. J! He didn't turn around, but he did put up a raised fist. Well, I came to shake his hand, and if all I got to do was shake his fist, that's what I do. And I did. And not a single person did anything. No security, no teammates, no posse, no nothing. Just a skinny kid shaking his hero's hand, fist, as if it was the most natural thing in the world. The next year, going down to the floor got a little less attractive. It happened in a game against the Boston Celtics. The Rockets center, Billy Paultz, a large guy, affectionately known as the Whopper, got called for a foul on the Celtics' Dave Cowens. A drunk guy sitting on a floor seat shouted, "That's not a foul, this is a foul." He ran out on the court and jumped on Cowens' back. Cowens spun the guy off his back, whereupon the drunk landed at the feet of the Boston Celtics' Charlie Scott, and Scott immediately pummeled the drunk. To this day, I've never seen a guy throw so many punches in 3 seconds. That's when I decided that our actual seats 6 rows up looked a little better than being down on the floor. Not much chance of a player coming into the stands, at least not until Ron Artest hit the scene, but that's another story. We saw so many incredible things from those seats. I've been asked many times what the loudest sound I ever heard was. Almost everyone thinks it has to be Game 7 against the New York Knicks in '94, and that was loud, but there was a game that was even louder. In 1978, a local fried chicken franchise called Ron's Crispy Fried Chicken ran a season-long promotion. If the Rockets scored 135 points, every ticket holder got a fried chicken dinner the next day. It didn't take long to get into Ron's pockets. In fact, the first night the promotion ran, the Rockets had a great night. With a couple of minutes left, the Rockets were sitting on 134 points. There were 9,157 fans there. We all started chanting, "We want chicken! We want chicken! We want chicken!" As the seconds wound down, rocket after rocket missed the shot that would have fed us all, until Mike Dunleavy weaved through the hapless New York Nets defense and made a layup just before time expired. The Summit was 7,000 people short of a sellout, but I'm here to tell you, 9,157 fried chicken craving lunatics can make more noise than you would believe. In fact, the Rockets hit that 135-point milestone 5 times that season, and each time it was Mike Dunleavy cashing in that free chicken. He still answers to Chicken Man. That was the loudest game. The loudest event, no contest. A Bee Gees concert. The Bee Gees were touring on the Saturday Night Fever album, which was a soundtrack to a movie starring John Travolta. As the best disco dancer in New York City, it was a huge movie, but in case you didn't see it, I can offer the greatest, most accurate movie review in history. The movie came out on December 12th, 1977, which was a Monday. Weird day to release a movie, right? My friend and I were all avid disco fans. Don't judge us. It was cool back then, and we made plans to see the movie on Saturday. But on Friday, one friend went by himself and reported back to us Saturday morning. We asked him if the movie was good. He said it sure was. We asked him what the movie was about, and he gave us the truest statement he could have. He said it was about a bunch of guys, just like us. Except they got laid. Anyway, back to the Bee Gees. There they were, the 3 brothers Gibb and their band absolutely blowing the crowd away. Their last song of the show was You Should Be Dancing, which was the song in the movie to which John Travolta did all those moves you still see your mom and dad trying to do. But wait, there are 3 Gibbs brothers. Who's that 4th guy with the thick black hair and the thick black beard singing with them? 16,000 people all realized at the exact same moment that was John Travolta. He was in town filming Urban Cowboy, and what we were seeing was the biggest band in the world being joined by the biggest actor in the world. To this day, I have never heard anything like the screams that came from that crowd. Had there been free chicken involved too, I'm not sure the roof of the Summit would have survived. Tickets to the first game back in 1975 cost $7.50. By the time the Rockets moved to the Toyota Center in 2003, those tickets were more than $100 a piece. But during that time, there was a consistent group of people who had the seats around us. I saw marriages get made and get broken up. I saw various nefarious characters come and go, and not always leave alone when they went. But mostly, I saw great basketball. The real question is, who was the best I ever saw? Answer is easy. Hakeem Olajuwon during the 1993-94 season. Hands down, the best player I ever saw. As Hakeem himself would say, he was unbeatable. Hakeem played better than Magic, better than Bird, better than Shaq, better than Michael Jordan. By the way, do you know which team is the only team against which Michael Jordan had a losing record during his career? Yep. The Houston Rockets, when they played in the Summit. Thank you.